Hello.
Welcome back.
Welcome. We are doing a morning shoot.
It's a morning shoot. It's great.
It's really nice.
We're charged up.
We were supposed to wake up earlier and do it earlier, so it's kind of like a midday shoot, mid-morning shoot, but
late morning shoot.
Late
right?
morning shoot,
Yeah.
but it's kind of nice. We have coffee, tea, versus alcohol or pretending to drink alcohol.
Pretending to drink. We don't have to pretend anymore.
We don't have to pretend. It's real tea and real coffee.
Locked
So
in.
last week we talked about cool and what is cool and cool through the decades. And do you feel cooler since last time?
I feel way cooler since last time, and I'm trying to think if we have any corrections.
Well,
I
if
feel like
cool
no.
is like, we were talking about the definition is like a laid back, chill energy. Like, do you actually think that you're cool?
I guess based off the origin of where it started in like the 50s, then no, I don't feel cool.
Yeah.
I feel like high strung half the time. Do you feel cool? You're not laid back at all.
I'm laid back.
I'm laid
I'm
back.
cool.
If you're laid back, I'm laid back.
I'm cool. So
I'm cool.
I think like to the public eye, we're cool.
Yeah. People
When
don't
we're
know
alone in
behind
our
the
house,
scenes.
we're
like,
not cool at all.
Yeah. Okay.
So this, if
Speaking
you're
of cool.
wondering, we have our cups back for our game later, but this week we're talking water.
We all need it.
H2O, baby.
We all need it. We all love it.
We all love it. No, there's some people that literally never drink water.
I feel like older generations, like a friend of mine, his grandpa, only drinks soda and refuses to drink water. And it's like,
That makes me so sad.
that's almost impressive. It's like, if you can just commit and you like won't even touch water, even though your body's like probably screaming at you.
Mhm.
It's insane.
It's insane.
You know?
Yeah.
Love water. When you just have like, when you wake up and you're parched and you just, it happened this morning. It happened this morning.
Talk us through it.
I woke up, I was parched. I reached over.
Which means you're thirsty. If you don't know.
Let me paint the scene for you. I rolled over, reached literally for my water,
Literally?
opened it up, took a swig, rejuvenated.
Ugh, immediately. There's nothing like water. You can't fight it. It's just so good.
Yeah.
So we went to the beach yesterday. We have our retreat coming up and we went to the beach to take some promo, and we were just looking out into the ocean, obviously also water. And it just kind of sparked this idea of like, water is everywhere. We are water. Water is the earth. So we wanted to talk about the different types of water, and just pay homage
Pay homage
to our old friend water.
Yeah, it's I don't know if you got the stat, but most of the earth is comprised of
We're getting
water.
there.
It's freaking everywhere. It's a great little thing. It's in beer, y'all. Boys, it's in beer. It's in alcohol.
Yeah.
Or certain alcohols. It's everywhere, baby.
It's everywhere. So let's go through the different types of water bodies. Bodies of water.
Water bodies.
So we have creeks, streams, and rivers. What's the difference?
What's the diff? I want to know this.
Well, creeks are smaller and might be shallow enough to wade across. So I think Pocahontas immediately. Thoughts?
I think not immediately, but sure. It evokes
Now that I
Poca.
said it, did you think of it?
Yeah. I can't stop thinking about her.
Then we have, that was his like crush, his Hollywood crush.
Which we just watched
Mhm.
Tires last night.
Yeah.
And they mentioned that apparently Pocahontas was like technically super young in that.
Mhm.
So, I mean, yikes, I guess. But I was a
No,
kid.
Yeah,
I was
you
a
were
kid.
younger than
When
her.
I was a kid, Pocahontas, Jasmine, and
Yeah.
the stories.
Love that. Then he ended up with a white blonde, so...
I liked Cinderella too, but if I had to choose.
No, they were obviously
Princess.
cooler, yeah.
And Mulan, she's not a princess. Well, does she meet the criteria to be in that
I
category?
mean, she's in a Disney princess world.
Yeah.
She's not a princess at all.
I like
she
how
doesn't
they-
marry
yeah.
she marries like a soldier.
She's a freaking, well, we don't know if they get married.
Isn't it in Mulan too?
There's a Mulan too?
Oh, yeah. There's a 2 of everything.
I've never seen Mulan too.
In
Does
like
it
the
suck, though?
mid-90s, they brought out the 2s and
I'm
they're not
sure,
as good.
was Eddie Murphy Mushu? Probably not even.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Right? There's a Mulan 2, or am I making this up? Comment below. I don't know.
You might be right. I think you're
You
right.
know I love to make things up. Then we have
All right.
streams. Streams are smaller, narrower, and have more intermittent flow. So think, I didn't even put brook in here. I was going to say think babbling brook. like rocks are in the way, so it kind of like goes through, you know. A stream is also a general term for any flowing body of water with a defined channel. So technically, a river and a creek fall under the stream category.
Oh, it's like a more generic, and you can probably use it in like the literature world where it's just like a stream ran through the meadow.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It really opens up for like literary usage, I feel. So
Side
shout out
note,
streams.
Slex finished fourth wing. Let's just quickly
Oh yeah, a hard side note. So finished
talk
fourth
literary.
wing. There's water in fourth wing. It's everywhere.
Well, you loved it though, my point. Because I know it's like seen as like a woman's vibe.
There's romance aspects, but
the sex is hot and the dragons are cool. The war is scary.
It's great, and I'm looking forward to the next book. And we all like romance, no matter your gender. Like, I feel like it's this weird thing where, like, if you're like a big masculine guy, you don't like that stuff. But it's like, guys, or masculine people in general, give in,
lean in,
enjoy a rom-com here and there.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Anyways, we should talk rom-coms one of these days.
Yeah, we'll talk rom-coms. We'll add it to the list. Then we have rivers, which are typically larger, wider, deeper, and stronger.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, rivers, if we're talking long bodies of water, they're the big papas.
Nile River.
Nile River. Amazon.
Colorado River. Amazon River.
Amazon's the largest, Nile's the longest.
Yeah.
Amazon is the largest, like, width-wise, right?
I think so.
It's massive. I would love, side note, I would love to go to the Amazon River. If anyone's been there and you have Rex, comment below.
Yeah. Hudson River.
New Gross.
York. Gross. Yeah.
There was wasn't there like a shark in it recently?
Probably.
There's whales in it. And the Hudson River gets wild.
Well, because it's right next to the Atlantic, so it just
people make their way, maybe mermaids?
Back to that.
Watch the mermaid episode. She's got a mermaid shirt on.
She's technically not a mermaid, but we'll call her mermaid. She's just a swimming.
Oh, she's just a swimming person.
Goddess, yeah. Okay, Then we have ponds. Ponds are small, still bodies of water surrounded by land, and the sun can usually reach the bottom, so this will help with plant growth at the bottom.
Oh, is that the big, defining thing between ponds and lakes?
Yeah.
I was always wondering that. Because it's like, at what point do you cross the threshold where you're no longer a pond, you're a lake?
Mm-hmm.
Thoughts?
Well, there you go. But there is plant life at lakes, but I think like the further down you go, it's obviously just like maybe more sparse and different.
It almost starts to adopt more like oceanic qualities.
Very
a lake.
Mm-hmm. So lakes are bodies of water surrounded by land. So it's pretty general.
Completely.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just not an ocean, literally. It's like, I mean, some of these lakes are absolutely massive, and the only reason they're not seas is because they're landlocked.
Yeah, and freshwater.
So
usually it's like runoff from mountains or rainwater or human-made like reservoirs, like Colorado. Mm-hmm. Most of them are reservoirs that they use, and that's like drinking water and used for like other sources.
Recreation.
Yeah, recreation.
What was the one we used to go to?
In Colorado?
Yeah.
Did it start with a B?
Chatfield Reservoir. Right?
Oh, that was one of them. We didn't go to that one that often, but.
And then there was like how do I not remember anything?
I know, it was the one that was up in Berthoud.
What was the one we were going to go to for our wedding, but then we had to call an audible?
That was Bears Lake.
Bears Lake. Bears.
The interesting thing about reservoirs is that you're not allowed to swim in them because technically it's like supposed to be drinking water. And
people still do.
So, well, the issue to me is that, and I know that then like people can pee in it and stuff, but
no, thank you.
Boats are allowed in them. So you're not allowed to jump off the boat, which sucks. And also like all the gases that leak out of boats, but we're not allowed to like jump in and swim. I would think pee is less harmful than like gasoline.
That's a great point. I would argue that pee if you were to ingest pee, it's not toxic. It's gross.
Yeah.
It's not toxic. You ingest gasoline, toxic.
Yeah.
Interesting point, babe.
So
the moral of the story is
comment below.
The moral of the story is drink pee, not gasoline.
Mm-hmm.
That should be our new slogan.
Yeah. That's good. Then we have lagoons, which are shallow, calm bodies of water enclosed by a barrier reef or barrier island, usually.
Whoa.
So it's kind of just like a branch off.
It's
I guess lagoon is like attached to oceans and seas.
It's connected to oceans. I always pictured lagoons being like maybe like in a cave or something, and technically could be if there is some type of reef sectioning it off.
Yeah.
Interesting. So yeah,
it's a piece of the pie.
Because of that like natural wall, it is calmer.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I love a lagoon. You gotta love a lagoon.
I've never really been in a lagoon, I feel like.
I was at kind of a lagoon in Greece. That was dope.
Sounds romantic. It
wasn't at all.
Good.
Yeah, I hated it.
Good. You went with his ex-girlfriend?
I went on a Euro trip years before I even met Elyse.
But he knew I was coming.
Yeah, it was my fault. It was my fault. Anyways, okay. So now, please.
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say the next thing.
Oh, I'm going to go to sea first, even though it says oceans next. Seas are smaller and often partially enclosed by land as well.
So a little more protected.
Yeah, like the Mediterranean Sea, it has like all the different countries kind of real close to it.
Yeah, or the Dead Sea. Very calm.
Dead Sea is almost like a river, I feel like.
Very salty. Yeah.
Because we could see the other side where we were.
The other side is super cold. You could technically swim there if it was.
It's Israel, right? Was the other side? Because we were in Jordan.
You'd be fine. You wouldn't sink. You could take your time.
You could just like slowly. It felt like oil, kind of like an oily.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah.
Did you taste it?
Yeah.
It's like so it's like imagine putting every container of salt into the smallest cup of water and drinking it. It's it like burns. It's so salty.
Well, and they tell you not to like shave your legs and stuff the day that you're going into it, like do it the day before, because if you have any open pores, zing.
And don't pee because the salt can make its way into certain crevasses.
Yeah. Ouchie.
Do not pee. And also just like try not. Maybe we shouldn't go down that road. What? I was going to say just try not to pee in bodies of waters in general.
I think that's a good PSA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially pools. Okay, you really have to go. You go in the ocean. Sure. Don't pee in a pool. Don't pee in a pool if you're an adult. Please. Come on. Yeah. I can't believe adults still do that.
It's disgusting.
It's whack. Just walk out to the
filter's not like that good, y'all.
Yeah,
like
it's just going to be hanging out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't they have like a thing you can put in where like it turns blue where you pee or whatever?
I think it's a thing. I feel like I've seen it on social media where people will like prank their friends and add it. It's some
I would freak out.
I don't know exactly what it is, but I can imagine it's just a chemical that reacts with isn't ammonia in pee?
Yeah. It's in bunny pee and cat pee for sure.
Yeah. So whatever chemicals are in your pee, it makes sense. It's just some type of chemical that would react with that and change color. But don't do it.
And then oceans are obviously vast. I love the word vast. I feel like it really only works with like on top of a mountain or in an ocean, and those are my two like favorite places to be.
It really is it's an awe-inspiring word.
Yeah. Totally. It's just forever. Oh, the sky.
Vast.
All three great things.
Space. Vast.
Space is vast.
Ooh. Insert episode here. Watch our space episode.
There you go. Yep, watch it.
Oceans.
Open bodies of salt water that cover a large portion of Earth's surface. 71% of Earth is water. 96.5% of that is oceans. And 3.5% is freshwater. So
that rocks.
Mostly ocean, which is just like beautiful to think about. It's all water.
How do they know the percentage? Is it because of like, did we learn the true percentage only when we started being able to get satellite imagery? Probably. Because then you can like literally measure the whole surface area and then truly
you know how big
analyze the borders of land to ocean. I always wonder how they get these stats, and it's like,
you know how big each country is, you add that all up and you minus it from how big the circumference of the Earth is. I've done it.
Not circumference.
I've done it
surface
in elementary
area
school.
of the sphere.
Yeah.
Because circumference would be just, yeah. And how do you get a surface area or how do you get the surface area of a sphere? It's like, oh man, geometry.
The diameter times the diameter.
Cubed or something? I know there's cubing involved.
Cubed. Diameter. Times
Stop
diameter.
saying diameter. You might be circumference times diameter cubed? Question mark.
How do you find
surface area of a sphere? That's what we need right now. Yeah, and then you get the mileage
How
of.
do you find the surface area of a sphere?
Come on, just give me the thing.
A equals 4 pi r squared.
Oh, pi is involved.
So the area equals 4
times
3.14 times the radius squared.
Nice. And the radius is half of the diameter. I remember that.
Okay.
Diameter is all the way across the circle.
So radius squared is the whole diameter.
I thought radius. No, not necessarily.
If radius is half.
No, radius times 2 is the whole diameter. Radius squared is different.
But it would be radius times radius, which would be half of a whole sphere times half of a whole sphere. Right?
I guess. I don't know. But
below.
You know? Something squared isn't the same thing as 2 times something.
I know. It's itself times itself.
Yeah.
Right. So it would be 3D versus like half of a circle.
Okay. Whew. This makes me want to dive back into geometry. Not.
I know.
I was just talking to my. Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just talking to my brother. My brother's a doctor. Shout out Robert. Absolutely killing it down in Savannah, doctoring. And he's like, yeah, I have to study for my boards. And it just made me think. One of the true perks of graduating college or any school is to not have to take tests anymore. And people like doctors and probably lawyers and certain disciplines, for the rest of your life, you have to take tests. Stinks.
I work with some high schoolers at camp and they work like the front desk and they were talking about the SAT. And I was like, isn't it crazy that it literally is all you think about? And I was saying this to them and I was like, I haven't thought about the SAT in almost 20 years.
It's so stressful.
It's
and
crazy.
then, yes, of course it matters, but like,
doesn't matter.
Does it matter?
Well, now colleges literally make you have jobs, extracurriculars.
Good. Start working, losers.
Great.
I worked.
Did you?
Yeah, I did lawn care for Gerald Ravitz. Shout out.
Okay, but like once a week or something?
Periodically.
Okay. They're like working shifts like after school every day. Like
right.
because college makes you. Because it's that hard to get into.
Because you got work ethic, especially if you're not a minority.
I was like, yeah. I was like, the SATs don't matter. And they're like, yes, they do. And I'm like, I didn't care. Yeah. I got into school fine.
Manhattanville, that's a tough school. It's right? It's
they'll like pay you to go there now.
Oh, really? I thought it's like a small competitive school.
It's private, so they need you to go because you.
They want your moolah.
They need your moolah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
They were probably groveling. What?
It turned out fine. It's fine.
They were probably groveling to have you there, babe.
Well, I think it's like one of the most diverse schools. So I think like they pay for diversity, not for, again, a blonde white. Well, at that point, I was
brunette.
Really dark hair. Fun fact.
Yeah, they want to cultivate diversity, which I think is a great thing to do. Plus, they shot, what was that, Vince
Admission with Tina Fey and Paul Rudd.
They shot Admission there. So you do the math.
And there were a few others. Anyways. Okay, so now we have swamps. Swamps versus marsh versus bog.
Oh my God. I was like, Elyse, please break this down.
He literally needed me to do this. So first of all, they're all wetlands, and wetlands are areas where water is present, but the dominant plant life distinguishes them, which I thought was interesting.
Cool fact. I'll take it.
And so that's what distinguishes all of these is the different plant life. So in swamps, it's more forested with trees and shrubs. Marshes are more herbaceous plants like grasses, reeds, and sedges, which feels like a hedge vibe. I think it's like similar.
Comment below. I've never heard of a sedge.
We'll put a picture here. And then we have bogs, which are acidic, low oxygen soils, often comprised of peat, which is dead plant matter. And they're frequently dominated by
Sphagnum moss?
sphagnum moss. So it's like mossy. And I feel like bogs in my brain sound gross.
Well, also they use bogs to harvest like cranberries and stuff.
Really?
Yeah, because of like it's a very specific type of feature. Like what did you even just say? It's very acidic, low oxygen. So apparently cranberries need high. Yeah, the peat. Apparently cranberries need high acidity in their growing environment.
And what's interesting is that cranberries are supposed to be good for you when you have a UTI. Now they're saying they're not as much, but
of course,
that's like high acidity. I would think why it burns. Well, no, like your pee burns and stuff, which is, I think, because of the acidity.
I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, I don't know. Look it up.
Comment below. We don't know anything.
We have baths, which are great. I love baths. I love bath bombs. Usually people get them for me for my birthday and Christmas. It's great.
It's the gift that keeps on giving. Like,
it really is.
It's always like a cute little like extra thing that Elyse loves. So I love a bath bomb for her. I've never done a bath with a bath bomb.
You got to do that one day. Like set you up and just let you float.
Set me up. And we got the cute.
Read your book.
For one Christmas, I got Elyse the thing that goes across the bath, the shelf, so you can like put your book on it and your drink.
Yeah, it's great. Candle. So baths were maybe from the Stone Ages, kind of where like people would like get into big bodies of water and wash themselves, but actually from the Indus Valley, like bathing facilities.
That's when they actually started being like,
so like dig holes.
Let's do this. Let's make this a thing.
The Indus Valley popped off. They were doing everything.
Wasn't that like the Mesopotamia area?
Yeah.
We've talked about this before.
Every time it comes back to them.
It was popping.
Everything comes back to them. Then showers were more recent, 1767 by William Feetham. Crazy name, bro. We're going to put a picture of it here because it looks like a torture device, like crazy looking thing. But it was so that it was like fresh water versus just laying in your filth like a bath. But there was obviously also times where rich people forced their servants to pour water over them in ancient Greece and Egypt. So they felt like they were in a waterfall. So that was like the first
That's where it started.
The first shower.
They just had servants like lined up with buckets, just being like, hit me with another.
I mean, it was probably like, scoop it, pour it, but yeah.
Sure, yeah. Mm-hmm. That's how you know you're rich. If you're like, yo, be my shower.
Be my shower. I want water falling from overhead.
That's insane.
So that's kind of all of the different types of water bodies we've got for you today. Obviously, there are others that we didn't cover. So there could always be a part 2 if you're really missing out on one. You know, please let us know.
She covered the main ones, and she cleared up the marsh bog swamp debate that we all know about. So I'm glad we kind of took that head on.
Well, and it makes sense that then like different animals and critters would grow in different types because of the vegetation and everything. You know?
You hear that?
All right. So humans, we are made up of 60% of water, which is very cool.
Oh, wait. You didn't want to talk about hot tubs and pools?
Oh, and then hot tubs and pools.
She had it written.
Yeah, you're right. We love them. We know them. We love them.
We know them. We love them.
All I had for
we could mention that the next place we move, we want to have a pool.
Which is great to hear him say that, because I just yesterday said like it's not a non-negotiable for our next house, but it is really high on the list, and now he's saying it out loud.
Well, I'm saying it mainly because it's a non-negotiable for her.
No, it's not a non-negotiable.
It's high. It's not a bad move, and she keeps sending me like a lot of like cute options. We wouldn't be moving for another year or so. 2?
Now you're saying year instead of year and a half. This is huge, you guys.
No,
I'm writing down everything.
This is not. Shoot! This is like literally official.
We're staying in Tampa. We're just moving to like a slightly bigger house,
ideally
in a better neighborhood.
It'd be nice. But she's sending me these houses that are Sprouts barking. If you can hear that. She's sending me these really cute houses, and my only misgivings, a pool would be amazing, but like it's all the extra maintenance.
Yeah. The cool thing about pools in Florida are that they're concrete, not liner that we have up north. So the dogs could swim with no problem. You don't need to get the liner switched out all the time.
That's true.
And my mom like literally sold pools for 20 years. So she's really good at
a literal
pool maintenance.
expert.
Yeah. And I used to test the things at open house. Test the water.
My parents know pool maintenance too.
Yeah.
We got we're a pool family.
We're a pool family. And it makes sense because it's so hot in the summer, not complaining, but like we could just be in the pool.
And throw the dogs in.
It would be ideal.
Yeah, it would be cute to train because when we take them to the ocean, they get they like it, but like they get anxious. And maybe that's just like the nature of a dog, but we'll go in with the water with them and they won't be calm. They'll like grip at you and they don't mean to, but they'll like scratch you open and it might be nice. We could like train them to like be calm if we have a pool.
Or to like just sit on a float.
Yeah.
Cute. Yeah.
Cause the amount of gashes I've gotten being in the ocean with the dogs, it's insane. And then I think I'm about to attract sharks, so I need to get out of the water.
I have a half moon scar on my upper shoulder from Kiwi when she was a puppy.
From
or
being
maybe
like,
Sprout, one of them. Yeah.
Anyways, pools
and hot tubs.
Very cool.
Okay, so humans are also made up of water, 60%.
That's a lot of water, baby.
Where does the water live in us?
The water lives in a bunch of spots in our body, babe. The brain, the blood, the heart, the bones, the muscles, liver, kidneys, probably other places. That's all we have, though.
Yeah.
So of those places, Elyse also put the percentage of each thing. The brain is 75% water.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. Blood is 83%. I get that. It's like liquid. It's liquid. The heart is 79% water. Hello.
So I wonder if you were to take the brain out and like squeeze it, if it would just like get really small because it's all liquid.
Huh. You just go, it's like a sponge.
Yeah.
Looks like a sponge.
Yeah.
Bones, a little less, 22% water. Muscles, 75%. I get that. They're pretty like malleable, pretty squishy. Liver, 85%.
So when you're drinking alcohol,
I was gonna say,
you're replacing that.
I was literally gonna make a joke, be like, and the rest of it's alcohol for this guy.
Not anymore.
Not lately. I've been drinking way less, y'all, and I feel pretty good about it.
Yeah.
Way, way, way less. And we went and had 2 beers yesterday because we went and like we were getting content for our retreat, which we'll be bringing up periodically because we want you to come. I had 2 really good IPAs down at Anecdote Brewing down at Indian Rocks, which is fire. And I had a little buzz.
Did you?
Yeah. And then the kidneys, 83%.
Yeah. So with all of this, like detoxifying and all of the things, the question is sweat. We sweat to detoxify.
Let's talk.
But are hot rooms helpful? And this has been my soapbox for years because obviously people are obsessed with hot yoga and hot fitness. That's solely all I teach. Hot. And I've always wondered, like, when you're sweating, a lot of people will complain if the room isn't hot enough. And my whole thought behind it is not even my whole thought, like the truth, because I looked it up, is that if you're sweating solely on your own, you are detoxifying more efficiently than if you're just sitting in a hot room sweating buckets, because all of that water, a lot of that water is exactly that. It's going to be just water and you're just dehydrating yourself. Of course, with that, it can help jumpstart your sweat. Obviously, if you're sitting in a hot room versus if you're moving in a room temperature room and you're, then creating your own sweat, you're starting it faster. But a lot of it is ending up just straight up water that you need to replenish yourself with through electrolytes and, drinking a lot more water versus, again, detoxifying can come from natural sources like a healthy diet, fruits and vegetables, working out and exercising, and like drinking a lot of water and flushing out the system that way.
Well, what wasn't the one thing we read, like the like kidneys, I guess the liver too, the detoxifying organs rely a lot on water to like do the detoxifying process. So if you're sweating so profusely and dehydrating yourself, you're actually inhibiting the detoxifying process, right?
It's not as efficient.
So
don't yell at me when I turn the fans on or if I don't have it as hot, because really I'm making you do the work for yourself and it's going to be more efficient.
There's definitely benefits to sweating, and I think also to the point where you were saying people like it to be hot. I think just getting that sweat on, you're just like, it feels good to work hard, and I think people like just enjoy that environment as well.
Yeah.
Aside from the detoxing, right?
Yeah. Well, and then there's obviously sauna cold plunge where people are sweating, but you're not really doing anything. You're just sitting there and sweating. So it's at a higher level. So I think like you're sweating more. So the more you sweat, the more you're getting toxins out, but you're also, again, getting rid of a bunch of water. So if you're doing these things, just make sure that you're drinking a lot of electrolytes because you need to replenish your body.
Isn't the sauna cold plunge, it's more than just detoxifying though too? It's about like circulation and also like conditioning your body to like experience those extremes, like that kind of stuff. I still need to do that. Cold plunges freak me out. I did it once.
So now studies are coming out saying that, and now I just sound like a Debbie Downer, but they're saying that cold plunges are really bad for fertilization of female eggs and for
muscle growth, right?
Muscle growth and for, well, it was already for like muscle repair. It wasn't really for muscle growth anyways. But if you're solely only doing those things and not like working out or anything, then I don't think it's that good for you.
Nothing's good for you. Let's be honest.
Nothing's good for you. Even water.
Apparently, fresh blueberries aren't as good as frozen blueberries.
You can't get over it.
Elise's sister sent that article to us, and I was like, I'm not going to buy fresh blueberries and then freeze them to get the nutrients. Enough.
Well,
Let me just eat the fresh fruit.
She sent me another thing. And granted, these are like people on Instagram, so who knows, but this guy was saying that kale isn't actually good for you because it's hard to break down and blah, blah, blah. And it's like,
can I just eat it?
I'm going to stop. Yeah. And now I'm doing it to you. So stay in your hot yoga and stay in your
stay in your
sauna
lane.
cold plunge. I will say, like,
Nothing's
I will
good for
recommend
you.
if you only do heated classes, like try and take a solid class not in the heat and just see how you feel. That's all I'm going to say.
I thought the circuit classes are in heat.
Well, you'll have to just go somewhere else.
That's true.
Else. Or like I sweat so much when I did circuit yesterday, and none of that is from heat. The AC is on, but I'm sweating because I'm working really hard and I'm detoxifying through that.
True.
You know? Okay.
And
obviously also that's like pee and you know, that helps detoxify too. Okay.
Oh, for sure. That's like one of the number one.
Yeah. Next we have tears. Why are they salty?
Why are tears salty? Should I read it?
Yeah.
Why are tears salty? It contains electrolytes such as sodium and potassium, essential for maintaining the proper balance of fluids in the body and protecting the eyes from infection. Interesting. So it's a protective thing. Sodium chloride is produced by the lacrimal glands, which secrete tears to lubricate and protect the eyes. Each tear contains about 0.3 milligrams of salt. Interesting. So it's like a protective. Well, when it's windy and your eyes start to tear,
exactly,
that's definitely
dust.
protective.
Yeah.
It's trying to flush it out. But what about when you cry?
Yeah. So when you get emotional, the lacrimal glands start to create more tears. And so that's why they end up coming out of your eyes.
But from I'm always interested in like the evolutionary reason. Like, is there an evolutionary explanation as to why we cry? You know what I mean? Like, is it a protective thing? I don't know.
Is there an evolutionary reason for why we cry when we're emotional?
We gotta know. Like, why
likely stemming from a communication system that evolved to promote survival and social bonding.
Ah,
Crying is believed to signal distress and vulnerability, prompting others to offer help and support.
okay. So the emotional standpoint is evolutionary. Like you're crying to convey emotion so that your caveman brethren are like, okay, something's up. We need to like be on our guard. I
They
get
probably
that.
weren't crying though.
What?
They probably weren't crying.
They're like,
Well, okay. Some theories
They might have been
suggest
crying.
that crying may have evolved from animal distress calls, which serve to solicit help, provisioning, and nurturing behavior.
okay, love that. But still, my question stands: why are tears produced when we're crying?
Yeah.
Is that just like, is that just the physiological part to again protect our eyes somehow when
I
we're?
don't know. That's a good point. We'll look it up and we'll tell you next time.
I'm so inquisitive.
Yeah. You should ask your dad
I will. Or my brother.
or your brother. True.
I got a family of doctors, y'all. All right. The next section is the fun one.
I'm excited.
And it's called
Which water is which?
So, I'd like to direct your attention, viewers, to these 5 gorgeous shot glasses. Each contains a different type of water.
You've
Elyse has
seen it on social. People do it all the time.
seen it on social. It's a blind taste test. We've done it with alcohol. Now it's purely with water. I'm going to give Elyse each one. Should I give you an X?
No.
Oh, you wouldn't? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to give her a trickery because she was literally there when we bought the bottles. So we bought 4 from the store, and then one of them is going to be our filtered water from our house.
Which I think I know because it looks so different.
So as she knows, I'll just read them off again in no particular order.
I'm going to write them down too, just so I know.
Yeah. So Elyse.
Okay.
Okay, let me bring up my list. 1 second. All right, in no particular order, we got the tap water, of course.
Mhm.
We have Fiji. We have Body Armor, Aquafina, and Smart Water. I always just think of Aquafina, the actress.
You should have picked a better water, though, to be honest. And
I think it's
what's the last one?
That's it. Wait, Aquafina, Fiji, Smart Water, Tap, Body Armor. Did you write any?
Wait, I'm missing a 5th. Oh, Evian. Evian? No.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4. Evian is one?
I said Smart Water like 10 times. Smart Water.
Okay. I feel like I can do this, you guys. But
She's
we'll
like
see.
so
I'm really
confident,
cocky
but we'll
right
say.
now. Okay.
Okay, so you're starting right.
Okay, starting right. I'm going to say straight off that that's Aquafina, but
Okay.
I might be wrong. So
And
I'll say 1.
By the way, she can change. Oh, so you're okay. You're
yeah,
going
I'll change them.
right
as I
to
go.
left is 1 through 5. Got it.
I'm going to say maybe that's Fiji. It could be Body Armor too, though.
Okay.
Okay. No, that one's Fiji. So I'm going to say
Okay. She already made a
3.
change.
Body Armor's 2.
Will it pay off?
Could be Smart Water too, though.
It's weird that she's going right to left, y'all. I'm just gonna say it.
I'm going to say that's Smart Water.
Okay.
I'm not going right to left. I'm going there left to right. I'm thinking about the audience.
Oh, cute.
You're
All
welcome.
right, consider it. Yeah, well.
I don't know if you can see this, but there's so many bubbles in this. And if this is our tap water, then we need to get like a new system.
That just means there's some oxygen in it.
Look how much.
It doesn't mean it's bad necessarily if there's bubbles in it.
Yeah, but none of the other
What
ones
does
have
that mean?
bubbles. I'm going to say tap is 5 just because it looks different. Okay, let's go through one more time. So I'm thinking this is Body Armor, which has more pH usually. Tastes pH-y. Okay.
I wish you had a palate cleanser, but what would it be? You know, water.
Puff coffee beans.
Another water. Yeah. Chew on a piece of coffee.
I'm gonna keep it as it is, and we'll see if am I right with anyone?
Wow. So show the crowd.
Okay, so I have Aquafina 1, Body Armor 2, Fiji 3, Smart Water 4, and Tap 5. And if I were to say that I'm wrong, I would say Fiji and Smart Water are pretty similar.
Okay, I did it opposite, so I just need to make sure I'm coordinated. I'm gonna point at them, and we'll figure it out together. So,
Okay.
starting on our right, your left. That first one is Tap.
Wow. And I said Aquafina. So this is Tap. Okay.
Okay.
Did I get any right?
Let me see. Again,
Okay, just go ahead. Just go ahead.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll figure it out together.
First one's Tap.
Second one is Smart Water. The blue cup is Smart Water.
Blue is Smart. I said Body Armor. Okay. So not right.
Number 3, the green cup, is Fiji. She got that right. So
Fiji.
she knew right away, which I was
Okay.
impressed with. The next one is Body Armor. So
Smart Water.
number 4 is Body Armor.
Body Armor. Okay.
The number 5 is Aquafina.
So Aquafina is literally so bubbly and I don't know why and it's freaking me out. So
Well, you know what's weird? When I opened it up, it had a little, like it was almost carbonated. But I think don't they add like salt to or something to
I don't know.
Aquafina?
I don't know.
Wait, let me double check because
So
again,
I feel like
Tap, Smart, Fiji, Body Armor, Aquafina. Yeah.
So Aquafina is one of the shittier waters, let's be honest. It always has been. It always will be.
It's kind of in the lower end. You get it at like Six Flags and shit.
Yeah, I always think that too, actually. It's like made by Pepsi, I think, at this point. So maybe that's why it's bubbly. But it's, you probably can't see, but if you can see, like, it's so bubbly. But I did have the Aquafina and Tap reversed. So I knew that the two shittiest waters were.
Why do you got to talk so much shit on our water?
Because it's just like a regular filter. It's like a Brita versus like, these all go through like purification. 2 is Smart. Interesting. I knew Fiji, and then 4.
4 is Body Armor.
Interesting. So I was wrong except for Fiji.
She nailed that right away.
Fiji is just like pure.
Fiji's tasty.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. Well, I
All
got
right.
one right. So, and I'm going to count, honestly, the Aquafina Tap right too, even though it was wrong, because.
I'm not going to count it, but
I'm
you
gonna
can.
count
You
it,
can count
yeah.
on your head.
So I got
All
2
right.
right.
That was fun.
Yay. Thanks, babe.
All right. So
That
now
was
I
a
know next time we do
blast.
that, we're going left to right for the crowd because my whole thing was like reverse. So I had to do a little mental configuring.
Yeah, but you did great.
Barely. I was panicking. When you started that way, I was like, what's going on?
You know,
This
you
is
brought
right.
it up like
This
twice.
is all wrong. Yeah.
She's crazy. She's going from.
Okay, let's move along
All right.
here. Let's get
so
this.
what are the benefits of drinking water?
Oh my gosh.
I feel hydrated right now. I'll tell you that much. There's lots. It helps maintain body temperature. So as we talked about, sweat to evaporate and then
Boom.
cool the body. It lubricates joints. It carries nutrients and oxygen to the cells. Water aids in digestion and waste elimination through urine and sweat.
There you go.
My friend Ashley brought up in the morning it's good to drink water before you have to go to the bathroom because the boat needs water to float on. Do you catch my meaning?
The boat.
Yeah. Your stool.
Oh, yeah. That's hilarious.
Every
Love that.
cell, tissue, and organ need water to function properly. Obviously, they're all made of water, so that makes sense. It protects organs and tissues by providing moisture and cushioning. And staying hydrated can improve focus, energy levels, and physical performance. So stay hydrated, y'all.
Yeah. I've also heard like a lot of people are like coffee or caffeine drinkers in the morning. I've always heard that like you should drink water before it because it like helps stimulate your like cell retention.
Interesting.
For coffee and stuff.
I've heard that about fat too. Like if you mix in some sort of like, not butter, but like
Milk, it helps like, because it's like you do drink it for the taste, but like let's not beat around the bush. It's like you're drinking it in the morning because it wakes you up.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like if you want to have those full effects and not just be like drinking it wastefully,
100%.
try to do it more efficiently. Drink some water. Eat a stick of butter.
Yeah. Drink Fiji, I guess. That's the best
Drink
one.
Fiji.
Okay. So, lastly.
Next is our favorite section. HWDYKYP.
Or as we like to
we say it the other way around.
How well
do you know your partner?
That's okay. We'll get it next time.
So
we have 4 questions.
I don't think we've ever gotten it perfect.
No, we've never gotten it perfect. It's okay. It keeps it fun. So our first question.
Okay.
Does Slex like to swim in fresh or salt water more? So lakes or oceans, you know? And I could go either way.
All right, ready?
3, 2, 1. Ocean. Fresh.
The only reason it's tough because I love like the ocean vibe, and I actually like the salt in the water almost feels like it's this natural disinfectant.
Yeah,
it almost
healing,
feels like cleaner, healing. However, I feel like fresh water in like the right body of water, it's like smoother. It feels nice and smooth, and also. Fresh water, unless you're in the deep south, like in Florida or whatever, it usually means there's not as many dangerous critters. So I like that.
Yeah, true.
Like if you're in a non-gator area, other than like the Loch Ness Monster, what's in there?
Yeah.
Nothing. Like a bass, a bias.
Trout.
If you're in the ocean, there's like a trillion things that could kill you. So that's like, I think my biggest thing.
Fair. Okay. Do I like to drink still or sparkling water more?
Wow. Okay.
And maybe not what I do drink more, but what do I like to drink more?
If you had... Cover yours. All right, ready?
3, 2, 1.
Sparkling.
But here's the thing. Like when I'm working out and stuff, I don't prefer like a LaCroix.
Of course not.
LaCroix. But like at night when I like could do a drink, but I don't want to drink, a little sparkling water is fab.
And when we go out to eat, she likes to be like a little bougie baby and order the...
Sparkling with lemon.
Yeah. My voice is getting crackly.
Yeah.
It's that morning voice.
Water.
I need, seriously, I'm just drinking coffee. Can I have your Aquafina?
Yeah, you can have my Aquafina here.
Yeah, she's a sparkling baby.
Okay. What is Slex's favorite ocean trip? So favorite trip to the ocean. There have been many.
Favorite trip to the ocean. That's a tough one. There have been so many sick trips.
I could go one of 2 ways with this, but we'll see.
I would really need to sit down and assess all the trips I've been on that have like bodies of that are on the ocean. But for the sake of time, I chose the first one that came to mind. Ready?
Your trip to Greece.
That would be up there, but no, it's not that.
3, 2, 1. I literally was gonna guess that. I put Cabo because we have great trips to Cabo every other year, but
Cabo's amazing. But Koh I talked about it a million times. It's the island we went to in Thailand that's right on the ocean. It was like so sharp.
Epic. Okay, lastly, what is my favorite body of water to swim in? So like a specific body of water.
Like not ocean or lake, like the name of a body of water.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
No, I'm gonna keep it. This is the same thing. I feel like it could go. There's like two I have in mind, but I'm just gonna go for it. Ready?
3, 2, 1.
Lake George.
Woo!
Nice, cute.
So Lake George in New York, because I know there's a Lake George in like every state, and it's like it's in the Adirondacks. It's one of the most beautiful places.
Gorge.
I've ever been to in my life.
It's got a cute town around it.
Cute town. And you just like get out and you feel like clean and fresh and like your hair looks great and it's just like feels so nice.
Lake George is fun. You get on it, you hop on a boat and you just cruise around.
Yeah.
And somewhere deep in Lake George is...
No.
Oh, what?
That's Saratoga Lake.
Wait, what was it though?
My childhood blanket, that was my best friend, called Ucky, flew off the back of the boat when we took off because I was laying back there with him. And then we took off. And my dad, for the next 2 days, I think, rented a boat to try and go search for Ucky, which it's like, how would you find a blanket at the bottom of a very deep lake? I don't know.
How cute is that though?
It's very sweet. Never found him.
Her dad literally paid probably like, what is it, like 300?
Well, he also got to go on a boat. He's probably like, I gotta take her.
I gotta do it. 300, probably more to rent a boat for the day to go on a search party for this girl's freaking blanket. Yeah. If that's not adorable, I don't know what is.
Looking back as an adult, it would have sunk. He would never have found it. So it was definitely just for a boat trip, I think.
He's like, it's a super
it was around
deep
here,
lake.
You say? I'm like 3.
He's just circling. Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah. So, at the end of the day, you guys, drink your water.
Swim, drink water, enjoy life.
Electrolytes, enjoy life. Yeah.
Water is the essence of life.
Yeah.
Truly.
No.
Water is the essence of
life.
Wetness.
No. And wetness is the essence of beauty.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah. Anyways.
Zoolander. Is it moisture is the essence of wetness and wetness is the essence of beauty? Comment below.
I think he says water.
Water is the essence of wetness. Yeah.
All right. Have a great week. We will see you next week. We can't wait. From our heart to yours. Namaste.
Namaste, y'all. Peace, y'all. Thank you.
See you soon.